So folks, we're out in sunny Scotland, aren't we? And this is one of the coolest men on the planet, and we were just told to call you Jimmy.
That's right, that's my name.
But you're not really from Scotland, but you're in Scotland and you're a part of Scotland at this stage, Jimmy.
Yes.
Jimmy, what is happening on this farm? Because we were over earlier on in the year and we filmed local contractor at home, Wilson Brothers, and they told us that they come out to Scotland and basically do Christmas trees. This is their tractor behind you, but you're not from Scotland. They're not from Scotland. How have you all got together in Scotland? Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on, please, Jimmy?
Yeah, we grow an international crop here. All Europe loves Christmas trees. When I started many years ago, we found out that Scotland is one of the best places in the world to grow Christmas trees. You've got like cool summers and warm winters compared to the rest of Europe, and the trees here just get absolutely amazing over here. So we've just started to plant Christmas trees over here like 20 years ago, and once you planted them, you're basically hooked. Then you also need to harvest them. And I think more than 10 years ago we got in contact with the Wilson brothers, and David, he was quite amazed by this production because it's a quiet time of year for farmers. So he bought 2 or 3 palletizers and he came with full cavalry, and he's been harvesting trees for us ever since.
And you were just saying to me there when we were having a wee chat just before we got you mic'd up that you love how the palletizers work and the way in which the crop is cleaner.
Yes.
But how exactly does it work? Because obviously it starts at the front somehow and it ends up at the back. What is the process, and what is the process to getting a tree ready?
Well, that's a very international project as well. We have a lot of crew, so just to grow the trees, we have to visit the trees 3-4 times a year. We prune them, we bud break to make them get the right shape. We treat them with fertilizer and stuff. And we've got like Polish crews, we've got Lithuanian crews, we've got Scottish crews, we've got Romanian crews, and it's the same in the harvest. So we've got Polish and Eastern European guys on chainsaws cutting the trees, and they're dragging the trees, taking them to the tracks. And once the trees are cut, they get dragged to the tracks in different colors and grades. And then David and his crew come in and they make 1 grade per time. So they travel up the tracks and they attack like the red label. And all the red labels, they get netted in this machine, gets put in there, gets on the conveyor belt and up in the pallet box. And there's a guy in the pallet box who basically packs the trees. The machine compresses the trees so that we can have a certain amount of trees in it.
Yes.
And the compression is a key part of this. Earlier, when we hand loaded the trees loose, we could maybe have 400 trees on a lorry. Because we compress the trees, we have handy pallets that are easy to load and easy to handle for the customers. We can have 600, 700, 800 trees, maybe 1,000 trees on a lorry. So it's quite handy.
And as we can see, because there's a lorry just loaded here and ready for the off, but you're shipping trees from here, not just around Scotland. This is the bit that I think's blowing my mind. You're shipping trees around Europe.
Yes, yes, we have.
From Scotland?
Yes, and this is because the trees are so beautiful over here. We've got 2 big French customers. They just love the Scottish trees. They are more compact, they've got a stronger needle, and they're just beautiful. We don't mind taking trees to France. Export is good for this country, and the customers, they pay well, so it's fine.
machine that they're using here to do the palletising, I take it it's not just an off-the-shelf machine. It's something that's been developed and engineered.
Yes, it was a brilliant Danish forester who got sick and tired of loose trees, and he thought we have to be able to do this better. So more than 20 years ago, he designed this thing, and we've got 5-6 machines running here. We've got a lot of them running in Denmark and Poland as well, and they just last forever. It's really well built, and he was a genius. There's other manufacturers making similar machines now, but this particular machine is called Net Up. It's brilliant, and it's just make life so easy.
I thought you called it a go-go machine.
The crews, they call it a go-go machine because it's like go, 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 go.
Well, how intense is the harvest season here? Is it a short period of time? Is it a bit like, at home when it comes to the grass cutting season? It's all condensed into a very short period of time, and the pressure's really on from cutting to harvesting to loading to getting it all away. Or can you spread it out over a period of time with trees?
It's highly intense. We start around the 1st of November, and we expect to be finished next week. So that's like 3.5-4 weeks, and we'll be cutting 140,000 trees. That's a lot of lorry loads, a lot of people to cut them, drag them. Palletizers need to work all the time. I know that some of our colleagues, they do night shifts as well with the machinery, but we don't like to do that. It's dangerous to work at night and people get tired. So we work from 7 morning to 7 evening. They'll make between 10 and 20 pallets a day. This farm is really big trees, so they may be down to 5-6 pallets a day, but they're huge, expensive trees, so it's fine.
And how has 2020, which is going to go down in history books as a strange year for a lot of very different reasons, but how has the COVID-19 situation affected your business of trees?
It has been a strange year. During the spring lockdown, I couldn't get over to see my lovely trees over here. So for the first time ever, we only started pruning and doing all the service work for the trees in June, and we managed to get the crews out and do this, and we managed to do it on time. Luckily enough, we had a nice and warm summer, so the trees have been responding really fine. It's been a good year for the growing, but then there was a lot of worries about where's the market going to go. Can we get access to the garden centers? Can the garden centers to get allowance to sell the trees? 3 weeks ago, France closed completely down on a lockdown, and we had a week where all our orders were cancelled, and luckily they found out that maybe the Christmas tree is an essential product, so they opened for the sale again, but it has been stop and go. And funny enough, even though that the French, they closed down for a week, they didn't change the delivery dates, so it has been a rush because we suddenly lost a week. The COVID situation has been attacked by us very, very seriously. We work in separate crews. They stay in separate houses. We've erected like a village with sleep pods. So we've got 20 guys living on the other farm. They don't go away from the farm. So we've created like 6-7 bubbles. The crews never mix, and we take really, really good care not to do anything stupid. We've got all the PPEs and whatever, and it's been working fine. And we're enjoying this season because it's more intense. We're safe in our bubble here. We don't interfere with other people, and we're having a laugh.
Brilliant. Jimmy, thank you very, very much for taking time to show us around. Just when it was mentioned to us back home, we were just like, we need to see this. And I have to say now, there was an element of ignorance on our part. We just thought a tree that looked like a Christmas tree get cut down and ended up in a shop. But now we know you've like a 10-year cycle to grow a good Christmas tree.
Yes, or 12.
Or 12. No. Look, thank you very much, I say, for
You're
taking
welcome.
the time, and
Okay.
hopefully we're going to go now and see the lads at their work from back home. So
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.